Hi everyone, I'm Miss Amy, and at the Ballet of Silicon Valley we have a challenge going on. This year's challenge is the Arabesque challenge. So I'm going to, I just double checked to make sure I checked, went back to the basics books. It hasn't changed in 45 years. So I'm going to give you a few exercises to help strengthen and increase your range of motion, so flexibility and strength. And before we do that, we're just going to go over the basics so you know what we're doing. And I was going to go into the Pilates studio or the ballet studio, but I figured it's a home challenge, so welcome to the home. And excuse the dog because she's right there. Okay, so I'm going to use for my ballet bar, I'm going to use a stairwell. I'm a little bit taller, so it works well for me. It should be about the height as if someone's holding your hand, that kind of thing. So maybe a chair if you're a little bit shorter, or whatever works for you. You don't need a lot of space, as you can see. So we're going to start off facing the wall. So one of the important things about the Arabesque is that your hips stay square. So high tech, if you had two headlights on your hips, they're going to be forward the whole time. So sometimes when we're starting with the tendu before we go into the Arabesque, people will open up. So if you have two headlights on your hips, you want them facing towards the front. Even when you bring that leg out behind you, so do not open up. Keep it square, headlights up top and on your hips. High tech, I know. Here we go. Anyway, so let's start off with that tendu. So you want to get up nice and strong hamstrings, strong quads, strong glute, strong back, up nice and tall. So you're going to tendu back. Very nice, everything square. And then from here, you're going to lift up into the Arabesque. And if you're bumping into the dog cage, just make sure that you have a little bit of room there. So see how my back is up nice and straight? I'm sure you guys can get a lot straighter than I can, but my hips are forward, my back is up straight before you go into the penché when you go forward. So with that in mind, these are the exercises we're gonna do. Okay, so here we go. Make sure that you warm up first. I've already warmed up, and I do the same routine that I do at the PPT classes, where it's a wider than wide second, the knees point over the toes, out for 8, and then arms up, knees still over, and then flat back, toes forward, and then through. And if you know the class, then I take my hand and bring it up to the opposite leg, arm up, bring it behind, stretch, push off, make sure that knee is pushed out, get that weight forward, and then we always go into our little upside down mountain. So your chest is towards your thighs, and you tendu that back leg, or pardon me, that front leg forward, all the way up, all the way down. Our regular warm up, which we've already done, and you've already done. And then you're gonna grab either elastics, or you don't have to use them. The only benefit with the elastics is that it helps you with the increase of flexibility and the strength. There are the ones from the studio, or something like the studio, the elastic ones. These are great. There's these kinds you've probably seen. I like them. They have single loops, and then they have, in the center, they have these double loops, so you can put your toe and your heel in. But for now, we're going to use the ones that's similar to the studio. So you're going to lay on your back, and you're going to wrap it around. Make sure that you have a nice flat back. So that knee pit is down, you're externally rotated. Don't let that knee come up when you're doing this. Nice long spine. Hips are anchored and your back is anchored. You can bring your arms wide. Just make sure it's not floppy, right? A little bit of tension there. So you're going to bring that leg down and up. You can do it 8 times. You come onto your side. Same thing. It's going to be down and up. My hips are stacked. I'm externally rotated, so the toes aren't forward. They're out to the side. And then here's the Arabesque part. You're going to bring it down. So my hips are anchored down. My head is down to start. You're going to go, you're going to bring it up wherever you can without bringing that booty up, okay? So that's one of the exercises you can do to work your Arabesque. So once again, make sure you keep everything anchored and everything long. Next, we'll work on the back flexibility, okay? Okay. Next comes the back strength and back flexibility that goes along with an Arabesque. So at the studio, we use something like these guys where it's sort of glossy on one side and fuzzy on the other. So we put the soft side down and put our hands or our feet on, and we use them like that. 40 years ago, I didn't have these. So we used our leg warmers, something fuzzy like a sock or a hockey sock or something like that to sort of let ourselves glide along the floor. If at your house you have carpet, which is why I'm doing it here, not on the floor, you can, if you don't want to use your socks on a hard floor, you can use high-tech paper plates. So you just want to be able to glide and slide on it. So you don't need anything here, but what you do need is you're going to lay down on your tummy, nice long spine, okay? So you're going to externally rotate it with your legs. You're going to have those plates down. All I want you to do is keep your shoulders up, back, and down, nice flat back, long neck, without leading with the head. You're going to have your face looking down. You're going to be coming up, squeezing through, barely pressing into the plates. Ideally, but you can go wide here, up and down, or you can lift one off, come up here and down. Ideally, you don't have anything, maybe come up without it. So you can also add in your lift as well, so you're externally rotated. You can come up, press up into it, and push out, externally rotated. So this one, you guys are so good at this. I've seen you in class. You're absolutely amazing with the flexibility and the strength. I have no doubt when you put all this stuff together, it's going to be amazing, and your arabesques will be perfect. I'm so excited for you. Have fun.